All right, y'all, we're gonna talk about that time I witnessed a bank robbery while I was on surveillance, but I didn't know it. Keep your judgy McJudgerson to a minimum. We all have our moments, and this was not one of my finest. Anywho, so I'm working a regular surveillance, just like a regular gumshoe detective, and my subject that I was following went to the bank. Well, so I post up at the chicken place across the street where I had a really good view of everything. There I was, minding this guy's business, and all of a sudden, fast as lightning, this one fella comes sprinting out of the bank. This guy was running so fast, like the quarter panel backer, trying to get to home base. Like, he was running through everyone. This guy was a sports baller for sure. I didn't think nothing of it. There's so much crazy stuff that happens on surveillance. I'm honestly not surprised by like anything anymore. I don't know, maybe he was about to shit his pants. There's no bathrooms in banks, are there? Anywho, so I just go back to my Candy Crush and wait for my guy to come out. Then I noticed Dan Marino burning rubber coming out of the parking lot of the grocery store across the street, and his little Jetta, still crickets on my end. I look up from crushing candy. This fella, y'all, he was his own getaway driver, which is kind of silly. I feel like he should have hired that out. Like, literally everyone has seen The Italian Job. Amateur. Okay, so then a few minutes later, hear lights and sirens, right? And y'all, all I remember thinking, that Jetta fella, he's in a hurry. He better slow down before he gets pulled over for speeding. Lights and sirens whipped up in the bank parking lot so fast. My first thought was, oh my goodness, I wonder what happened. I see this older fella, like, laying on the ground outside the front door of the bank. Like, all of a sudden, there's all this commotion right outside the front door. Like, what in the Need for Speed is happening today? I hear someone screaming, he's having a heart attack. So I'm like, all right, still not mathing. Y'all, there were so many squads, like the fire truck and the ambulance. They're shutting down the road. I didn't want to get stuck inside there, not be able to catch my guy when he leaves. So I go across the main road and I decide I'm going to wait there for him, just wait for his car to come out. Like, I figure he'd be there a few minutes. Maybe there's like an incident report. I don't know. It's a lot of paperwork, right? Maybe the guy died and they had to take note of like witnesses. I don't know. So I'm sitting across the street and I'm waiting for like 100 Sundays. By this time it had been like 2 hours. So I'm thinking for sure this guy died. My guy leaves. So I never ended up finding out if the guy died. But at this point, I didn't care. My subject was active again, and that's all I cared about. Clearly, I'm a brainiac. Listen, I ain't the sharpest spoon in the shed, okay? Listen, I was super laser focused on my surveillance, okay? And had zero situational awareness. Anyway, so my guy goes home. I wrap up my case, and I head home all willy-nilly, as if I wasn't just a star witness to a felony. So I get a call from the feds. They want to meet with me. Like, okay, I've done work for them before. No big deal. I'm over here thinking they want me to be a part of some super cool new mission. Absolutely not. Instead, they want to know what my car was doing, leaving the scene of a bank robbery from 2 weeks earlier. I'm sorry, what? I had a whole lot of splaining to do. Anyway, praise Jesus and Mother Mary and Moses and the flood, because I had surveillance video of my subject that proved I didn't take part in no bank robbery. Because in the words of Deborah LaFave, I'm too pretty for jail. Orange ain't my color. I don't like bologna, and I ain't trying to wear no 3D printed shoes. And the one time I went to jail for street racing, the one cop stole my $20 out of my wallet. She didn't count it in my inventory. Rude. Anyways, now anytime someone's running, I'm chasing them.